with the Knights playing as well as they are, you will not want to miss seeing their next home game in person. Baltimore comes to town for the first time to Metro Stadium. It's the next New York Knight home game. Call 1-800-GO-KNIGHTS. Get your tickets now. Or you can listen live here. Oh, look at Parkeet Scholl! This is ridiculous! That is another touchdown! Parkeet Scholl! I'm speechless. I can't believe this guy. I mean, look at the burst of speed at the second level.
4 down linemen for Louisville in what appears to be a 4-2-5 set. Coleman back to pass. Coleman pump fake, and then a sack. Rick O'Reilly with the big play to force the Houston punter on the field for the first time tonight. And for O'Reilly, that's sack number 7 on the season. O'Reilly, a monster on the inside. Big play there for the Louisville defense.
First and 10 of the 26, Marconi dropping the throw. And Marconi against the late blitz will go deep down the field, and that one is caught! Pass Grayson Abarazzo. Shigeki can't catch him. It's a Maurer touchdown. The 3rd touchdown for Abarazzo in the game. And it just looked like the Legend defense kind of got tangled up. And Grayson went for the pick, and he over pursued.
That was just an outstanding throw by Rocco. I mean, he's 6'5", I believe. Yeah, he's 6'5", 225, long, rangy, strong, quick arm.
Rastelli back to pass. Rastelli going to the end zone. Pass is caught for a touchdown. Kendall Gilbert, and Baltimore's on the board. Give me some of that crab call. Baltimore cuts into their early deficit. Rastelli's got 6 touchdowns and no picks in the last 6 quarters of action. 2nd and 2 at the 40. Christensen will pass again. They are staying away from Kim. That ball, oh, it's batted up in the air, and Nick Nitro picked it off. That is tremendous defensive effort. Who dove in front of that pass? That was a Qantas Shine, who dove in front of the pass and knocked the ball up in the air. That was one of the best defensive plays I've seen in a long time out of a Qantas Shine. A.J. Levy, 6 seasons, all with Sioux Falls, the strong safety number 42. Chris Dodd, free safety in his 3rd season, wears number 49. Alex Parker and Nick Fargo, the linebackers, 91 and 92 respectively, as Rahman steps up in the pocket. Rahman gonna air it out deep, and Thomas Rahman's pass intercepted off the deflection by A.J. Levy. What a play by the veteran.
Well, you mentioned it, Cam. Levy and Dodd, probably the best safety combo here in the SFL. And Levy, a longtime veteran leader of this defense, comes away with his 6th interception.
So 4 receivers set here on 3rd down and goal. I guess this won't be a run. Christensen in the gun, looking towards the end zone, firing into the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. The Pride extend their lead.
What a throw by Christensen again. Has all day to throw and a post route. And that one, I mean, it's not bad coverage by Chappelle. It's just a perfect throw and a great route by Canton.
3rd down and 2 from the 12. Go Knights rings throughout Metro Stadium. St. Clair to pass. St. Clair to the end zone. Intercepted. Oh no! Joe Lynn picked it off. You gotta be kidding me. And 1 first down will give the Crabs yet another 1-possession victory over New York. 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line. Hand off to Overstreet, right side. Overstreet makes 1 man miss, and then another. And here goes Overstreet off to the races. Down the sideline, 20. He will be not tackled, and he scores again. 17th touchdown for David Overstreet. And Louisville has scored 19 straight points. And Overstreet is checking on the pulse of Oklahoma City.
You're looking live at a shot of downtown Denver, Colorado for this first ever meeting between the Denver Night Wings and the Canton Classics. Good evening, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northup, and joining me as an analyst this week is the owner of the Indianapolis Ramblers, Chad Rowland.
Colin,
How you doing, Chad?
I am excited to be here in Denver. It's a little cold tonight, but being in the booth with you, a Hall of Fame broadcaster, really looking forward to tonight's game.
You're too kind, Chad. Our statisticians are Dale McClain and Benjamin Warner. And for the Classics, they're looking to take control of the North Division. And for Denver, they're looking to get off the schneid. They're 0-2, but it was a close one last week versus Arizona.
Yeah, Gene Struthers getting out of that funk he was in week one, getting those rookie jitters out of the way, played very well against a very good Arizona team in week two. Look for him to rebound in this game against Canton.
Rebound indeed. As we get things set, Chad, what are you looking for if you think over the facts and figures of both of these teams 2 weeks in?
You know, I'm looking for Canton to see if they can get that run game going. You know, they are, as of this moment, averaging only 28 rushing yards a game through the first two games, and looking to see if they can get that going against a defense that's actually been in the top 10 in rushing yards allowed this season, Colin.
Kickoff is underway, and a return by McDowell up to the 27, and we'll get our first look at the Nightwing attack, led by Gene Struthers, the second-round draft pick, Bailey O'Shaughnessy at halfback, Ari Mills at fullback, William McDowell at wide receiver, along with Riley Quintero, the veteran Logan Keel, and the rookie Dylan Lewis, and the tight end Jeremy Mosley. Left guard is Gene Beznazi. Offset back, here's to get to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy tackled after a small gain on the play. It'll be second down and 8. Pick up a 2.
Yeah, O'Shaughnessy getting that start here in this game, running behind that left guard of Gene Benazi. Let's see if that's a trend tonight there, Colin.
For Canton defensively, Chris Porter and Mike All are the defensive ends. Gary Burney, Adam Chance are the defensive tackles as O'Shaughnessy gets the carry again up over the 35, but we got a flag down on the play. Let's hold everything.
Could be a holding call.
Neutral zone infraction on number 77. Offensive end Mike All moved early there, and it'll be 1st and 5 as a result.
Yep, the 6-year veteran Mike All, he should know better than that. He needs to get some better discipline there as he jumped off sides there pretty early.
Mark Gronick is the inside linebacker. Gary Clem and Ace Singletary are the outside backers. As O'Shaughnessy on the carry again, tackled by Gronick. Pickup of about 6 on the play, tackled at the 38, first down. Evan Lacey and Connor Darien are the corners. Frank Bernstein and Bob Funk are the free safeties. And King Jamal, a free agent pickup, there's a couple of them on this team, is at strong safety for Canton. First and 10 at the 38. Struthers gives to O'Shaughnessy again, and O'Shaughnessy is away and picks up 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. And already for Bailey, he's heating up early, Chad.
Yeah, that was a really good tackle there by Connor Darien. There was a lot of good blocking up front for him. He could have had some daylight if he was able to get past Darien, but Darien once again with the great stop.
Our formation, second tight end in the backfield to the right of Mills. Here's the give to O'Shaughnessy again. His 4th carry already. He picks up the first down to the 50.
Yep. As we're seeing here, Colin, they are just pounding the rock. This team wants to establish the run, and they have been doing that so far here on this first drive.
I see my dad Rick in the chat. He says he can't find the Rick meter. Well, Chad, I was going to ask you about that in a minute, but meanwhile, back on the field, Struthers over the middle, complete to McDowell, who has the catch out to the 37, good enough for a first down.
Yeah, and Colin, just because Rick's not here, there is the Rick meter sitting beside me. It's a really confusing object to use. The instructions are a little in gibberish, I think. But I'm going to try to get the hang of this to see if we can get the Rick meter working tonight.
Well, he forgot to tell me one thing. It's Pop-Tarts and Mountain Dew the thing runs off of. Forget the instructions, they're in German. So, and I told him to translate them, but he hasn't done that yet.
Well, I would really appreciate if you could translate that for me.
O'Shaughnessy picks up 2 to the 35 of Canton.
I would love to see them try to go over the top here, Colin. Maybe a little play action pass, as Denver's been known for. Let's see if maybe they can do it on this play.
Here's Struthers. Gives to O'Shaughnessy again, and it's a tackle for loss in the backfield. Gary Klim, number 41, the first man to get there, and Gronick there as well. Loss of 2 back to the 39.
That was an excellent play there by Gary Klim, the 5-year veteran, a former All-Star in season 17, making that tackle in the backfield alongside Mark Gronick.
Critical 3rd and 12. Struthers deep, and it's complete to Quintero. Down to the 17, it'll be 1st and 10.
That's what we want to see. Gene Struthers coming out here looking very confident. That's a great pitch and catch right there with Riley Quintero, his top wide receiver. That's what we want to see. That run game obviously setting up the pass, and it worked right there.
Denver was 9 of 15 on 3rd down a week ago, and they continue that hot streak here to begin the game.
Oh!
O'Shaughnessy hitting the backfield for a loss of 4. Clem again on the tackle.
Man, and Gary Klim just shooting out there like a cannon and was able to just get to the backfield immediately, laying the wood there on Bailey O'Shaughnessy.
This is a Canton defense that, while has been really good against the run in terms of yards, has been difficult in stopping the pass. Here's a throw out here to the backup halfback. That is Bandit Bandito, I believe, number 31 on the reception. To the 17.
It actually looks like Skeeter Baja, I believe, was the recipient of that reception there, Colin. But either way, good play there to try to get something. Let's see what they can do here on 3rd and 10.
3rd and long. They have to get down just past the 10. And Struthers in the gun straight. Throws to the corner. Intercepted. Intercepted by Evan Lacey. And the DB for the Classics turns over Denver. And they'll come out to their own 20.
Look at Evan Lacey right here. Just keeps his eyes on the quarterback the entire time, seeing that route, jumping up, making the play. What a great set of hands there by Evan Lacey, the former corner from the Lone Star Glory.
He grabbed it out of the air, and for Lacey, that is interception number 2 on the air. As the throw goes out to the fullback, this is Kane, Robert Kane, the fullback. And let's introduce you, Kane Hunter, rather, on the reception. Cameron Curtis is the quarterback. Robert Johnson is the running back. Hunter is the fullback. Kendra Wells is one of the wide receivers. Al Dillapre Sr., prolific return man. Mike Twinscrew is the other receiver. Bob Lung and Jack Wall, the tight ends. Jacques LePancake is the left tackle, and Girth Lord is the left guard, as this throw is caught out to the 27. for a gain there. That is Al Dillapre Sr. on the reception.
Yeah, Dillapre Sr., the 7-year veteran, 6'3", 225, a big target there for Cameron Curtis on the little out route.
Got a line up in the 8th quads as Jack Wall split out wide, and Curtis gives to Johnson. Johnson trying to find room, but won't get there. Tackle made on the play by number 58 for Denver, Devin King, the inside linebacker, and Breddington James III on for the punt.
Yeah, great tackle there by Devin King, coming over from last season from the defending champs, the Baltimore Vultures, to add some veteran presence to that linebacking core.
Return is going to be by McDowell. Drive is so quick, Chad, we didn't even get to the Denver defense. And their offense is back out for possession number 2.
Yep, and I think I have finally figured this out, Colin. Strawberry Pop-Tarts is what got the Rick meter started, so maybe we'll get to see some of that here later on in the game.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts and Mountain Dew. They say it's for the staff, but it can work for the actual engine as well. Not just gasoline. Here's Struthers, throws. Same route as before. Catch made by Logan Keel out to the Canton 32. Lacey on the tackle.
Yeah, this Denver offense is showing right now. They're not going to be afraid to attack this veteran Canton secondary. Gene Struthers, in his 3rd game in the SFL, throwing a beautiful pass right there to Logan Keel.
27-yard gain on the reception. First and 10 from the 32. Offset I formation. Give to O'Shaughnessy, and he gets, they're going to call it a pickup of 1 out to the 31. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yep, Mike All getting through that offensive line, was able to at least get the hit on him. That way he had to spin out, and the rest of his teammates were able to put the stop to him.
2nd and 9. O'Shaughnessy, this is carry number 14 for him already, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain, they'll say. Bob Funk on the tackle.
Yeah, Bob Funk coming down from the safety position. That was the pressure that we talked about before. Canton likes to bring pressure, and they were able to bring him in there and make that run stop.
Third and 9. Can the Night Wings convert? This has gone straight to the corner. They go, and this time Lacey plays it perfectly. And this will set up Ye Verity, the place kicker. And Chad, Denver's known for their place kicking prowess, but so far the rookie Verity is only 1 for 3. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, it's weird to say that a Denver kicker is not looking accurate so far this season. It's really odd to think that, but Verity is indeed 1 for 3 this season. But he's a rookie. I think he'll be able to adjust and get that fixed.
This is from the right hash, and the kick is on the way. It's got leg. No! They missed it off to the left. He had plenty of leg to get it there, but it was just off to the side. And once again, for the 2nd straight possession, Denver comes up empty with nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what to say. Right now, he's 1 for 4 in the season. I don't know if that's just rookie jitters or something, but you would think with the Hall of Famer, or will be Hall of Famer, Kramer Jackman helping out too, you would think he'd be able to get that accuracy stuff fixed.
Here is the give to Johnson. Breaks the tackle. He's up over the 50 to the 47. And while we have a minute, let's bring you the Denver defense. It's a good one. Up front, Robert Braden, the number 3 overall pick in his past rookie draft, is a defensive end. He's joined by Hugo Reynosa at that spot, along with Igor Barbertov and John Nevels. Devin King is the inside linebacker. Ramos Morales, along with Stephen Forge, are the outside backers. Ron Hoff, Nick Kingler, and Roska Santagria are the corners. TJ Frosty and Lucas DeVore are the free safeties. Josh Neal is at strong safety. Wall on that catch picks up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Yep, there is Jack Wall getting his first target and first catch of the night. And Canton seems to be doing a little dink and dunk type of offense. Let's see if they try to go over the top here and air it out.
2nd and 6. Curtis, 3-step drop, out route. Oh, read almost perfectly by the DB, intended for Kendra Wells, but it is incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Nick Kingler, he was reading that like he was reading a comic book, Chad.
Yeah, Nick Kindler was just watching that the entire time, knowing that they have been just going out route after out route all night, was able to jump that route. Could have been a pick 6.
3rd and 6. The Classics trying to convert on 3rd down, and they will. It's Elderpree Sr. out of bounds at the 30. A week ago against the My Motor City V8s, he had a kickoff return, but this time, Chad, he's showing off the wide receiving skills.
Yeah, Dillapre Sr., really known to be a really good special teams player, but like you said, Colin, he's really showing the skills as a wide receiver right now, getting that first down conversion.
Coming in, Canton was only 32% on 3rd down. That's big for Daenerys. That's also big. Kendra Wells on the reception. She had a huge game a week ago as well. She's down to the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, this is the target that if they're going to be throwing the ball, you need to get it to. Kendra Wells, in her 2nd season here in Canton, is a big-time target. And she shows it right there, getting down inside the 10-yard line.
13 grabs for 142 yards last week and a touchdown. And their home opener for Canton. And Curtis to the end zone. He threw it in between a bunch of people and nobody caught it. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 9.
Colin, I'm not sure if there was a Canton receiver there, right? It looked like there was a Canton receiver in line to go get it, but it looked like as if he overthrew it by about a few yards right into a group of Nightwings, which would have been a very dangerous situation for him.
We have a 2nd and goal from the 9. 35 seconds left to go in the quarter. Still no score, but the Classics are threatening. Robert Johnson on the carry. Hurdles over down man. Runs over one defender, but is racked up at the 5-yard line where it'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Roska Santagria, known to be a corner that is usually one making the interceptions, but this time he was the one that came out there and says, hey, I can hit too, guys. And he came out there and laid the wood on Robert Johnson.
It was almost like he did the last play of the quarter. It's going to be a Curtis pass to the end zone. Touchdown to Mike Twinscrew.
Look at the feet of this man there, Colin. I mean, he was able to get 1 foot in there as he's running full speed out of bounds. Look at this right there. Was able to get his foot down, was able to make the turn, keep an eye on the ball. And look at this, Colin. Looks like Denver's going to challenge.
Didn't like it, and we're going to get an early challenge as R62 will go under the hood. While we have this pause, if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy as the call is overturned. It's overturned, and the Classics are denied a touchdown.
I don't know what R62 saw there, because looked like Mike Twinscrew clearly had his feet down, at least 1 foot down in bounds.
I thought he dragged the second foot.
That's what I was thinking. The 1 foot was already going towards out of bounds, but that second one was still there when he was doing his spin. That's a very surprising call there, Colin.
And we end the first quarter with a Robbins field goal, so Canton breaks the deadlock with the first points of the game to go up by 3, but they were wishing it was 7. End of the first quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Welcome back, folks, to Denver, Colorado. I'm Colin Northrop. Chad Rowland is my analyst for this week. Our statisticians are Dale McClain and Benjamin Warner. As the return by McDowell up the middle is tackled at the 22 is where they'll mark it. And Chad, the Nightwings, they've had some good drives early, but they've come up empty.
Yeah, they had a good drive earlier in the first quarter, but like you said, Colin, just came up empty. Here's the situation. A little bit of momentum swung your way after that reverse call. Let's see if they take advantage of it here with the offense to score a touchdown.
This is the third drive of the game for the Nightwings. As Mosley hauls it in for his first grab, Jeremy Mosley, the tight end. And Gene Struthers continues his impressive day, Chad.
Yeah, Gene Struthers, as we talked about pregame and during the warm-ups, Colin, he's going to come out here and rebound after that good game against Arizona, and he has done that so far here, hitting his tight end, Jeremy Mosley.
Struthers 5 of 7, 81 yards. Does have the interception, but there's only 2 incompletions. So Shaughnessy spins, tried to break a tackle, but only picked up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the Denver 44.
Yep, O'Shaughnessy, one of the higher paid, if not the highest paid running back in the SFL, showing off why he was paid that big contract, Colin, with them spin moves.
17 carries, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns a week ago. He can also do this, receive out of the backfield. But Gary Clem once again cleaning things up just before O'Shaughnessy can get to the first down marker.
Yep, and he tried to trust that spin move again, Colin, but this time it did not work as he spun right into the defender, and this is going to be an interesting call here on 3rd and 1.
O'Shaughnessy is 5'10", 203 pounds. Clem is 6'3", 245 pounds. O'Shaughnessy gets it again. He got the first down to the 47 before Gronick could drive him back.
I hope we can see the replay on this, Colin, because you can see O'Shaughnessy looking at the vision, right? He was supposed to cut right there outside the tackle. He decides to bounce a little bit further outside because it was jammed up, and that's what was able to get him that extra yard for the first down.
Struthers, pass attempt number 9 on the day already. Logan Keel on the reception. That's good for first down at the Canton 42.
Yep, and there's Keel right there. The Denver offense showing, hey, we could do those out routes as well. And they were able to connect with Keel there to get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42. 3 wide receivers, single back is O'Shaughnessy. Struthers back to throw, sets, fires. What a catch out there by McDowell. Picks up 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, I was wanting to see who was the defender that tried to dive for that. Good effort there by the defender, but McDowell was able to cleanly catch that ball and get them up there to where they have a 2nd and very manageable 1.
Strong eye formation. Jokers. Here's the give to O'Shaughnessy. Got the first down to the 32. Tackle was made out there by the cornerback out there for Canton. No, that was King Jamal, the strong safety. Made the tackle, but not before the first down. As you take a look at O'Shaughnessy's early stats.
Yeah, only averaging about a little under 2.5 yards a carry. I fully expect O'Shaughnessy to get that yards per carry average up.
Struthers over the middle, complete. and his 9-yard pickup to Riley Quintero to the 23. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else giving you more football. So don't miss a minute of SFL or SFL in action and help the channel go through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. R.E. Mills stopped on the play for no gain. Ace Singletary leading the charge.
Yeah, Ace Singletary last year coming over from Charleston, learning that linebacker position from a guy who's very good in Jack Brown at the linebacker position as well. And what a great stop there to stop Bailey O'Shaughnessy.
Here's O'Shaughnessy again, and he gets the first down up to the 20. Chad, I tell you what, this Canton linebacking core, I think people are sleeping on it a little bit. I know Gronick's new to the inside. He's played outside virtually his whole career. But Gary Clem is quietly one of the more productive players at the outside linebacker position. He's got 4 tackles combined so far. As Struthers completes it out to Quintero. That's a 7-yard pickup.
There's that Denver special right there, that 43 sprint post play action pass. Quintero usually will find that you will be open on the outside there. Great play call there by Denver.
2nd and 2. And the Classics trying to hold them to at least a field goal in the red zone. That'll help. Tackle made on the play by one of the guys up front, number 60, Bernie Gardner. On the extra defensive lineman in. Made the tackle on O'Shaughnessy look pretty easy there, Chad.
Yeah, I mean, he was virtually unblocked, right? The backup defensive tackle, they always tell you when you get an opportunity to get on the field, you make the most of it, and that's exactly what Bernie Gardner did right there. He made the most of that, and now it's a 3rd and middle.
3rd and 6. They have to get to exactly the 10-yard line. It's going to be a slant play over the middle. Tipped and incomplete. Looking for Mosley, number 87 there out for Denver. That's Lewis, the rookie wide receiver, and Ye Verity on for his 2nd field goal attempt, Chad.
Yeah, Frank Bernstein, want to give him a shout out on that play, was able to cover Lewis quite well on there. And now let's see, Colin, we already seen him miss 1 field goal. Let's hope he can straighten it out and give Denver some points.
This is from the opposite hash where he missed the last kick, but it's considerably closer. Snap spot kick is on the way, and it is good from 32. So this ball game is now tied at 3 on the foot of Ye Verity as he connects his 2nd field goal, make it this year.
Yep, Ye Verity, now he is 2 for 5 this season. And that Rick meter, now that we got it fired up, fueled by, hardwire Mountain Dew and strawberry Pop-Tarts, it is now dead center right now as of this moment.
It is exactly neutral. It's gotten some data now, and it right now at the neutral. Here is Dilpree Sr. on the return. Cam, you got a game break for us.
Thank you, Colin. Motor City off to a good start at home. Ibrahim Creata to Christopher Dean on Motor City's 2nd possession. 7-0 V8s on top of the Mavericks. Back to Colin and Chad in Denver.
Good stuff there from Christopher Dean, the converted fullback. Going up against those high-flying Mavericks, Chad, is Robert Johnson on the reception, picks up 5.
Yeah, Robert Johnson with a good play right there, Colin, to get to the outside. But very impressed so far with that game on the other side there. Motor City getting up early on a very hot, streaking San Diego Maverick team. Colin.
Streaking indeed. Scar Patterson, fastest quarterback in SFL history to reach 10,000 career yards. As Johnson on the carry out of F-Wing Jokers. doesn't net a whole lot as Ron Hawk, the cornerback, comes up and makes the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 6. And Chad, it's another 3rd and medium situation. Let's see what Canton does here.
Yeah, look for them to try to hit that out route up top, I think, Colin.
Gun straight. Curtis.
Oh!
That time. He ran out of time. John Nevels, the defensive tackle. You said he was a sneaky kind of prospect in our meeting. A former linebacker makes the sack along with Brady.
Yeah, out of all the guys that I've seen convert over from linebacker to defensive tackle, John Nevels was one of those guys that I thought was really interesting that could make that adjustment well. And as you can see here, was able to get through that line and was able to get to Cameron Curtis.
And for Nevels, that's his second. He's up to 2.5 sacks on the season. This is 4th TFL as McDowell on the return up to the 42. And can anyone stop the Baltimore Vultures? This week it's the DC Dragons' turn. The Dragons lost 3 games to the Vultures last season and are out to prove this season will be different. Fresh off an overtime victory over Houston, will DC make a statement? Dragons hold to the Vultures tonight at 9 p.m., part of a 6-game Saturday slate right here on SFL YouTube. O'Shaughnessy on the carry, picks up, oh, they're going to call it 9.5. Down at the 48 he goes.
Yeah, it's odd to see Mark Gronick get a tackle shed from him, right? Usually he's a really consistent tackler, but Bailey O'Shaughnessy showing that strength as he was able to break that tackle and get the extra yardage needed.
It's a guy who I know very well from my time with the Motor City V8s when we were with St. Louis. We drafted him along with his brother Johnny Pickler. And back in season 14 as O'Shaughnessy's on his way down to the 25. Gary Clem saved one, might have been a touchdown. O'Shaughnessy's longest run as you take a look at the updated numbers.
Yeah, and I want to watch this replay, Colin, because I want to give a shout out to the blocking, right? R.E. Mills right there. Gene Benazzi right there. 2 people that they paid to be lead blockers in there for Bailey O'Shaughnessy doing their jobs correctly, and a big 22-yard run.
I tell you, Mills kind of reminds me of, and it's not just because he wears this guy's number, as he gets the ball here, picks up 2. He reminds me of Kyle Juszczyk in San Francisco. They use him in so many different ways. Sometimes you'll see him split out wide as a flanker. Other times you'll see him just be a lead blocker for O'Shaughnessy. He does so many things and does them all outstanding.
Yeah, R.E. Mills, a lot of people may not remember, but back in the day, he was a Baltimore Vulture at one point. So seeing him grow into this player that he is now is something really amazing to see.
O'Shaughnessy with a nice spin move and tackled down at the 12 by Porter. He made that happen on his own, Chad, once he caught the swing pass.
Yep, and this is what Bailey does, right? He makes people miss, and Connor Darien right there makes him miss, breaking the tackle. Look at this spin move again, Colin. I mean, this is just a simple spin move, but it is so beautiful to watch.
3-minute warning reached. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Single receiver to the bottom of your pictures. Quintero offset eye again. Denver loves to run this set. Let's see if they'll pull the backside guard. We've seen this a lot. No, it'll be straight ISO up the middle, and O'Shaughnessy only able to get 1 yard. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and let's talk about this real quick. I mean, that was his 18th carry of the game so far. We're only just getting past the 2-minute warning here in the first half. This may come into effect down the road if his stamina is not up to speed there, Colin.
Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. Trips to the bottom of the screen. And they go to the trip side, and McDowell on the reception. That is his 2nd grab, and Gene Struthers He's completed 11 passes, thrown for 131 yards unofficially on the stat sheet as an interception, Chad, but he's been great distributing this football.
Yeah, you can't ask for more.
Throw to the end zone, knocked away. Incomplete. Evan Lacey again gets a big paw out there to swat it away. And we get another field goal attempt from the Nightwings with 62 seconds left in the half.
That's what we were talking about pregame there, Colin. That secondary of Canton is a very good secondary. It's underrated. Evan Lacey, a veteran in this league, making a great play to get the stop and hopefully hold him to a field goal.
Only 3 of 7 on third down now is Denver. They were number 1 in the league coming in prior to this weekend's games being played in terms of conversion percentage. Verity makes a kick from 25, so that's got to boost his confidence a little bit. He puts his team out in front by 3 with 59 seconds left.
Yeah, the more kicks you can make, the more your confidence is going to go up. He obviously looks like he is shaking off that first missed field goal and is able to nail these two to give Denver the lead.
There's Verity, set to kick off from the 30-yard line to Al Dilfrey Sr. He's had a kickoff return already this season against Motor City to ice the game away for the Classics, and this time only gets out to the 29.
Yeah, not going to be able to get there. I mean, that was a great special teams tackle there. Let's see what Canton could do. Let's see if they try to respond here and try to score quick, or they're going to try to just get some points and go into the half.
Interesting numbers. -5 yards this quarter for the Classics after 64 in the first. So they've been stuck in the mud a little bit. Let's see what they do here. This is going to be a pass. Out to the offensive lineman who dropped the ball. Number 51 dropped the ball. That was Mike Munoz. Out there running a pattern as a tackle eligible, and he gophered away the ball, and Stefan Forge almost took it back the other way.
Yeah, Mike Twinscrew, the head coach of the Canton Classics, has some seasons as a head coach and as an offensive coordinator. I think that might be one of the worst play calls he's done as an offensive coordinator. That was just not the right idea, because that could have easily been tipped, caught, and run back for a pick six.
Now they come out in something a little more conventional. 3 wide receivers here to throw out to Johnson. Johnson trying to make people miss one spin. Another spin. And they call a timeout with 44 seconds left, facing a 3rd and 3. Chad, this is critical for the Classics if they want to remain in this game. They got to do something on this drive.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it already, right? Before this drive started, they were negative yards in this quarter. Right now, they got a 3rd and 3. They have got to convert here, Colin.
Line up in the A formation. Single back offset to the right is Johnson. Curtis back to throw. Has to dump it off to Johnson. He won't get to the sticks. In fact, he'll be a yard short. And I think the Classics are just going to let the half run out as they make no attempt to stop the clock.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, Colin. I mean, obviously, Cameron Curtis, there must have been some good defense played down the field by the Denver secondary. Had to check it down to his running back. Denver's defense is right there to stop it, and will not be able to get any points before the half.
They're 1 for 5 on 3rd down now, Chad. This is a team that struggled 32%, so the struggles continue. As the last play of the half will be a punt caught by McDowell at his 26. And that'll be the end of the first half. It'll be a 6-3 score. Denver in front by virtue of 2 field goals in this game.
Yeah, this is a definite defensive game for sure, Colin. I mean, I don't know if we really were looking at a defensive game before the game started, but right now that's what we're getting.
Well, it's definitely lopsided in Denver's favor, but again, Chad, they came up empty on some of those possessions. Otherwise, this deficit of 3 points might be larger for Canton.
Yeah, I mean, right there, I mean, they had two opportunities. There was one, as you can see on the video right there, Evan Lacey making the interception. And then again, down the road, Evan Lacey in that same corner of the end zone was able to deflect the pass away to make it a 4th down and hold him to a field goal. I do agree with you, Colin, that this could be really a 13-3 ball game if Canton was able to, or not, sorry, if Denver was able to convert on those plays.
112 total yards in the quarter for Denver. Canton finishes with just 4 total yards in the quarter. If there's one positive development Denver can take away in spite of the struggles to score touchdowns, it's the fact that Ye Verity has found his kicking sea legs, if you will, Chad.
Yeah, actually coming in here, only making 1 field goal out of 3, was able to get 2 of those converted today, even though he did miss one. But that was the first one. It was a longer field goal, and now he's able to get the shorter ones from, I believe, 33 and 25. So that's a big piece there for Ye Verity and some confidence boosting for the second half.
So the Classics will start with the football to start the third quarter. They're only down by 3 and only 59 yards. Passing on 9 of 13 is Cameron Curtis. 18 yards on 3 carries for Robert Johnson. I expect him to get the ball a little bit more. He got a couple of receptions, 4 for 14. But let's see what the Classics elect to do offensively as Alvin Sr. returns it up to the 27.
Yeah, and that's something that I think Canton needs to try to focus on in the second half, Colin. You just touched on it. Robert Johnson, 3 carries for 18 yards. He's averaging 6 yards a carry. So that's a pretty good number for a running back. Now, they went away and tried to do the passing game. It's not working right now against this Denver defense. Pound the rock with Robert Johnson. See what you can get out of it.
They've tried to carry it a couple times, as long as 15. With 1 carry, he gets it here, and he will only get 1.
Well, and he got stopped pretty good there, Colin. I mean, Stephon Forge, who basically dropped a pick-6 opportunity at the end of the first half, was able to show right there that he could still make some plays and was making the tackle.
Makes the tackle indeed, and for Forge, that's his first recorded tackle. He did have the pass deflection that went right through his hands as Curtis has to dump it off to Johnson, and Johnson trying to make something happen. It sort of does out to the 32 as he took his defender. I believe that was Ron Hoff for a ride. Set up a 3rd and 5.
Yep, and there they are again, feeding Robert Johnson the ball, this time in the air, and was able to get a few yards to make this 3rd and manageable.
3 wide receivers end of a standard pro set backfield split. This time, play action to Johnson. Curtis going long. He's got a man open. It's Al Dupree Sr., and he's down to the Denver 45.
There I go. I mean, look at that. That was a perfect play call there by the offense. Doing a play action pass. It's the first time I've seen them do that, I believe. Dupree Sr. running a beautiful route and was able to burn his defender, find that soft spot, was able to make the catch and get a big gain.
The old classic slant and go mark. And that's the biggest completion of the day for Curtis. And for Dupree Sr., that's a pickup of 23 to his total. Here's the throw to Johnson on the screen. Johnson outruns his blockers and manages to pick up 9.
Yep, that 50H screen over there with the F-wing jokers, that's a good play to run, especially when your defense is trying to cram that middle, thinking it's going to be a run. You hit him with the outside screen, was able to gain 9 on the play.
Here's 3 wide in the gun. Curtis throws, and it is caught. Wells has enough for the first down to the 30.
I don't know if she was in bounds, Colin. I really would like to see if that actually gets challenged here by Denver.
And it will. Coach Vasquez, he's already success in 1 challenge today. Our 62 will take another look under the hood.
Yeah, let's watch the feet of Kendra Wells here to see if she actually makes the catch. I don't know if she did.
I believe it's 2 feet. Ooh.
Oh, I think that she's out of bounds. I think that's a good challenge once again by head coach Javier Vasquez.
After review, the pass has been ruled incomplete.
And he wins again. He's 2 for 2. And Chad, that means he picks up an additional third challenge should he elect to use it. And Canton continues to be snake bitten.
Yep, Javier Vasquez really winning tonight right now. I mean, obviously 2 challenges. One was for a big-time play, but to save a touchdown. This one was a big first down conversion. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, Curtis Johnson.
Oh!
No, they say lost a yard. Igor Barbatov, another former Gladiator I know well, number 55, in on the tackle. And Canton will be forced to punt. No, it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field, Chad, for the moment.
I like this call if they snap it, Colin.
They're in the shotgun with 2 wide. 1 either side and 1 tight end. Bob Lunt. And they don't elect to snap it, unlike your Ramblers who went for it on 4th and 7. Disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, seeing what happened in our game earlier tonight on a 4th and 7, I believe, they were able to get the first down on a 90-yard slants. Canton must have not watched that game for confidence. They're going to have to, looks like they may be trying to settle for a punt here.
Get a 4th and 2 from the Denver 37. Gonna try to angle this one to the corner. Does Breddington?
Uh-oh.
Go!
He's in the end zone.
Exactly the goal line.
He looked like he was in the end zone, Colin. I didn't think he would actually get that on the goal line, but what a punt there by the Canton Classics punter.
It's where the ball is, not necessarily where the player is.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So exactly at the goal line, so they have 99 yards to go. They want a big score, but they got to get out of danger real quick here. They'll get to O'Shaughnessy, breaks the tackle, spins out of one move, picks up. And O'Shaughnessy continues to perform well. Cameron Irvine has the game break back at SFL headquarters.
Thank you, Colin. This time, Ibrahim Creata not aware of Tom Krieg lurking in the flats. Krieg's 6th interception of the season. Motor City has tacked on another touchdown since then, tied at 14 in the 2nd. Back to you guys in Denver.
Wow, really intense game there. Remember, the last 2 meetings between those 2 teams decided by a combined 11 points as O'Shaughnessy picks up another first down as he takes Chris Porter for a ride across the first down sticks.
Yep, and there is Bailey O'Shaughnessy once again making big plays. Right now, the play before, he was able to get out of the end zone, break a couple tackles, and get a positive yards for like 8 or 9 yards. This time he does it once again, barreling through, just getting enough for that first down.
Here is throw over the middle. McDowell on the reception, holds on despite the wicked hit. And William McDowell had only 3 catches for 28 yards coming in. Has 4 catches for 31 yards so far this evening, Chad.
Man, the big hit there by King Jamal, though. What an impressive hit. And impressive on the wide receiver also for keeping a hand on it.
There's the spin ahead, and O'Shaughnessy gets the first down. Forward progress said he got to the 22. And that'll be a good enough for another Denver first down.
Yep, and the referees are right on that call. Was able to get that forward progress right at the line, able to get a first down. Gene Struthers, just once again, Colin, just looking very good so far in this game.
He is looking efficient indeed. He's 14 of 18, 144 yards. As O'Shaughnessy tackled in the backfield for a loss of 2. Chris Porter gets his revenge.
Yep, there's Chris Porter. Finally get his name called tonight. A very good defensive end, a 6-year veteran, was able to get the stop.
Also is the defensive coordinator for Canton. off the field. Here's Struthers over the middle. Catch made. That's the man they call the old timer, Logan Keel, number 82. Hauls it in for the first down. Only his second reception.
Yep, he is definitely the veteran of this wide receiver core. 9 years in the league, his 8th season in Denver, a season 18 All-Star, and it just shows you why that he is one of the better wide receivers in the league with that play.
Outside I formation, Ari Mills, the fullback in front of the Skeeter Baja, checks in for Bailey O'Shaughnessy. Struthers throws out to Baja. Baja trying to make a move, picks up 5 before he's slammed down by Connor Darien.
Yep, and there he is, Skeeter Baja coming in again and making the big play. You gotta make those plays when you get called on, and Bailey needing a break after already gaining, 20 some odd carries. Skeeter making the most of it.
Shaughnessy back in. He gets the ball. And he gets tackled from behind by Adam Chance, the defensive tackle. First time we called his name tonight, Chad, and it sets up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, when I talked earlier about John Neville's converting over from linebacker to defensive tackle, Adam Chance is in that same situation. He converted over from linebacker to defensive tackle. One of the more questionable conversions, but looking like right there he made the stop.
He had a sack last week against Motor City as Struthers fires out. McDowell has the catch for the first down. And the second-year man who spent his rookie year in Queen City continues to come up with big plays for his team.
Yep, William McDowell, the second-year veteran, as you talked about, making catch after catch, really showing the coaching staff here in Denver that he could be a reliable catching threat.
Here is Struthers, play action throws, fires, complete. This is to Quintero. There's that play action out of the shotgun, Chad. You don't see that very often. Usually you see it under center but not out of shotgun.
Yeah, and look at this, Colin. Canton is challenging that he actually made the catch. Let's take a look at the review and see what happened.
Oh, Coach Twin Screw says, well, Coach Vasquez won 2 challenges. Let's see if I can win at least one. Remember, his team had a touchdown taken off the board.
I didn't think he was in. Oh, he's in. He's in. I'm not sure what Mike Twin Screw saw there.
After review, the play stands. The pass was complete.
Yeah, and I
agree. And he lost the challenge, and they lost the timeout. So, Chad, all of a sudden they're down to 1 timeout. Remember, because they burned another one for 4th down. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Mike Twin Screw in the chat right now saying, killing me. I agree with you, Mike. I'm not sure exactly what you were thinking down there, but interesting call. That may come back to bite him in the end here, Colin.
Trips to the bottom. Struthers, quick drop, fires out to Mosley. Mosley, who had 1 catch for 15 yards before that, manages to pick up about 5. And you see the numbers for Struthers. He is definitely humming in the right direction. He had 6 interceptions opening night against Motor City, and since then he's been on a roll, Chad.
Yeah, 19 of 23 for 183 yards so far tonight unofficially. Just playing very well.
Completes another one to Mosley. Mosley has a first down to the 27.
Yeah, and there he is, Jeremy Mosley, the very dependable tight end. I have always considered Mosley one of the top 3 or 4 tight ends in the SFL. He's not the name that gets called the most, but he is just a guy that is consistently, season after season after season, just made all the catches that he's been thrown to, and proving once again that he's one of the more reliable targets here in the league.
Out to 196 through the air. It's a 1st and 10 from 27. Standard I formation. Mills close. O'Shaughnessy deep. Give to O'Shaughnessy, second man through the hole, breaks a tackle, and carries another man down to the 20-yard line. You want in-depth statistics all season long? Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league. It's 28 teams, and to see all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings in the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. Throw out to O'Shaughnessy. Gets the first down to the 16. Now they're starting to use him in the passing game. That is his 4th grab. Already, he's up to, had 17 yards through the air. And now make that 4 for 22, Chad.
Yeah, I think they watched that London game earlier today where Merrill was able to get almost 200 all-purpose yards, and they think, well, O'Shaughnessy could probably do the same thing. Let's see if we could do it.
Here's to get to O'Shaughnessy through the hole, and he's tackled down at the 11 by Chris Porter. Already his 4th tackle for the big defensive end.
Yep, O'Shaughnessy, once again, his 24th carry of the night. We are just getting close to the end of the 3rd quarter, Colin, and I'm just afraid of what that 4th quarter is going to be when they need to try to drain the clock with him.
Throw out to Quintero, had to go back for the ball, but nearly rallied all the way to get there. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 7.
Yep, Quintero. I don't know if that was just a bad pass on Strother's part or if that was a bad route by Riley Quintero having to come back to the ball. Not sure if he was bumped on the line either by one of those tough corners, but nevertheless still made the catch, was able to get some sort of yardage, and now you got a 3rd and short.
3rd and 2 from the 7. Logan Keel in the slot is uncovered. They don't go his direction. They go to O'Shaughnessy instead, and Chad, he may be starting to wear down. He's tackled for no gain. Gary Clem once again cleaning up the mess there, and yay Verity on to try another 3-pointer.
Yeah, I mean, even the running backs that have a lot of stamina are going to get stopped by Gary Clem. I mean, he's just a great linebacker who can make some fantastic tackles. But let's see what Ye Verity could do here. He's 2 for 3 so far. Let's see if he can be 3 for 4.
That spot kick is on the way. Good from 24 yards, and it's now 9-3.
Yep, and there he is. Ye Verity has definitely shaken off that missed field goal earlier. Now he's got 3 on the night, and Denver, so far, this all it is a field goal scoring game for both offenses.
Here's Verity. Kickoff to Al Dillapre Sr. Fields it from his 5. He's up the middle. Cuts outside to the 30. Breaks a tackle to the 40. He's up over the 50. And he's tackled at the Denver 48. It's by far Canton's best starting field position. And he almost, Chad, broke that one wide open.
Yeah, last week he had a kickoff return against you and Motor City, Colin. This week he tried to do it again, right? He tried to pull out his inner Kanye Rockefeller, as Kanye was able to get 2 returns in the past 2 weeks. But this is the best field position for Canton. If you're a Classics fan right now, you got to be excited because this could be the momentum that shifts the game.
We got one more play left in the 3rd quarter. 5 seconds left. It's Curtis. Over the middle, tipped in the air, almost intercepted. Josh Neal almost got his mitts on that football.
Josh Neal, 5'10", right? Kind of a shorter safety, but was able to jump up there and make a big play. Because I'm telling you, if he didn't make that play, that was going to be positive yardage absolutely for the Classics.
Put your 4s, 86s, and 12s up in the chat. We got a 9-3 game going into the 4th quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Speaking of APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League, to visit their library as that pass is intercepted on the play.
Ron Hoff.
In the middle of the ad read, usually this only happens when my dad is here, not other people.
Yeah, Ron Hoff, look at that, just was able to play the route. They were trying to go deep for Kendra Wells. And, you know, speaking of your dad being in here as well, Colin, the Rick meter had a little bit of life right there, and it kind of shuddered a little towards the Canton side. Let's see what or towards the Denver side, I'm sorry. Let's see what they do here on this drive.
Oh, it's the lean. But O'Shaughnessy tackled in the backfield for a loss of 2. 8 p.m. Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. That is the entire read for the title sponsor of the Simulation Football League. So we get a 2nd and 12.
Oh.
O'Shaughnessy tackled for another loss. This time Gary Burney back at the 21, setting up a 3rd and 16. And Chad, that effect you talked about early, giving him all those carries early, might starting to rear its head now.
Yeah, Gary Burney last season was an All-Star, his first appearance in the All-Star game. And like I said before, I think Bailey's going to wear down.
Throw deep down the field. Logan Q on
There
the
he goes.
reception, and he's on his way down the field to the 35 of Canton. Gene Struthers, though, Chad, he has come up huge in spots like this, none bigger than that.
Yeah, that 50 XA post, they've been running that thing very well all night long, and Logan Keel has been the beneficiary of that. As I'll tell you, man, that Rick meter is starting to get more and more involved right now after that play.
4 catches, 98 yards for Keel. Struthers changes the play. Give to O'Shaughnessy up the middle, spins, and he's tackled in a big way by King Jamal. You see his numbers there. Our statisticians are Benjamin Warner and Dale McLean.
Yeah, Warner and McLean and the stats truck doing a very good job for us tonight, Colin, as that was his 28th carry of the night.
Only 73 yards, though. He's had to fight for every one of them. Here's Ari Mills on the backfield, and Mills tackled out of bounds at the 19. Want to remind you that Sunday, a pair of early season unbeaten take center stage in Canada, where Robert Redford and the Vancouver Legion will host BDG Hollywood and the Atlanta Swarm in the first SFL game in Canada in 2023. Coverage starts at 9:15 Eastern Time, only on SFL YouTube.
Yeah, looking forward to watching that game. BDG Hollywood is back, and he is looking more fierce than ever.
Trips to the top of the formation. Struthers fires out to Keel. Keel now over 100 yards as he picks up 7, and the yardage differential just continues to widen. 342 now for Denver.
Yeah, I mean, look at what Denver is doing on this drive. I mean, Gene Struthers just looking like a all-pro out there. 24 of 28 for 262 yards. He doesn't have a TD pass yet. He does have 1 pick, but look for him to continue this drive and hopefully score a TD.
25 of 29 with the updated numbers. O'Shaughnessy breaks a tackle and gets inside the 10-yard line to the 6. That'll be 1st and goal. Chris Porter again trying to bring him down, and you can tell the life is being slowly zapped out of a Canton defense that's been asked to answer the bell time and again.
Yep, Shaughnessy, even though he's just had his 29th carry, I got to tell you, he is just still working it.
Carry 30 here, and down to the 4 he'll go. It'll be 2nd and goal. And Chad, you were able to talk pregame to both teams. What were you able to learn?
Yeah, you know, I did get a quote from the owner, Christian Alacio of the Canton Classics. They're hoping to add more to the win column against a quality opponent like Denver tonight.
Well, they've certainly played hard, at least defensively, and the opportunities have been there offensively. It's just, unfortunately for them, Cameron Curtis, he's thrown the one interception. He had the one touchdown taken off the board.
Yeah, this is where I would like to see some sort of maybe even a play-action pass on an out route right here, Colin. Let's see what Denver draws up.
It's a split pro out of the gun against a goal line D. Struthers throws over the top. Mosley! Oh, we went too far. Oh, boy. And yay, Verity. If he has to kick any more field goals tonight, Chad, I'm pretty sure his leg's going to fall off.
Is that Ye Verity or is that Otis Boudreau, right? Otis Boudreau, I believe, had like 5 or 6 field goals in one game back a few seasons ago. Ye Verity trying to channel his inner Boudreau as he's going to go for his 4th field goal of the night.
You know, the old saying goes, Chad, 10,000 hours to mastery. Well, Ye Verity is well on his way to practicing 10,000 hours worth of kicks here, as this one from 21 is up and good.
Yeah, just another missed opportunity for Denver to just widen this lead, right? They've had a lot of really good drives. They've gotten down into field goal range 4 different times, Colin. So that tells you that the offense is really efficient, but Canton's red zone defense has really been very good tonight.
I'll tell you who this reminds me of after the kickoff by Verity to Dilapre Sr., who fields it at about his 6. Up the middle he goes and is unable to get any further. Gets to 27. Chad, as Bandit Bandito, backup special teamer at defensive end, is down and hurt, and Frosty down there playing the special teams. You hate to see this, Chad.
Yeah, let's see exactly what that was, if it's non-contact or not. Yeah, it looks like he just was met with the defender there with the blocker from Canton. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. Let's see what happens to him.
You hate to see that. Devin King and the defense, they've come up with the big plays when they need to, but their offense has nearly doubled Canton's total plays. At one point, Denver had 63 plays. Canton had only 30. This is play 31, I would think, as the catch is made out of bounds after pickup of 6 to Robert Johnson.
Yeah, and let's talk about this. I mean, right now, this is this is probably the first drive in the 4th quarter that they've had. So far, they got 42 total yards in the second half, Canton's offense.
Just one score, particularly a touchdown, can really sort of change the momentum of this game. As Johnson, he's just been running a wall of black jerseys all night. Devin King on the tackle.
Yeah, we talked about it pregame, Colin, right? We wanted to see what the running attack of Canton would do against this rush defense of Denver. And so far, the rush defense of Denver is definitely winning this ballgame.
Here's Curtis back to throw. Fires, tipped in the air, incomplete. That was 3rd and 3. And that looked too easy as Ramiro Morales knocked it away. And Chad, back to my Denver comparison earlier, with their red zone struggles, it's not unlike the Michigan Wolverines football team this year. There were a lot of games where they would drive deep into the opponent's red zone only to settle for short field goals. Particularly the game against Illinois comes to mind, especially.
I would take not succeeding in the red zone and kicking field goals and being a Michigan fan than being an IU football fan. It's always a struggle to watch Indiana Hoosier football year after year, but gotta love them. They're my team. Gotta represent.
Although Tom Allen did some nice things a couple of years ago during the wacky COVID-affected season of 2020. As O'Shaughnessy catches the swing pass and goes ahead 4 or 5 yard gain. That's his 5th grab. And Chad, this Nightwing team just continues to chew up yards and, more importantly for them at this point, chew up clock.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was just going to say, right? And then also the comment on that, leave it to a pandemic year for IU football to be relevant.
Here's the give to O'Shaughnessy up the middle. You see the average, it's not exactly where he wants it, Chad, but he's been getting those big, small chunk yardage, 4, 5, 6 yards at a time. As he's now up to 32 carries, and I expect carry 33 to come up here. Play clock winding down. Under 10 now. Here's the give to O'Shaughnessy up the middle. First down. Tackle made by Adam Chance.
Yeah, and here they are just wearing that front 7 down of Canton's defense, right? I mean, the 33rd attempt of the night there for Bailey O'Shaughnessy, 87 yards on those 33 attempts. So he has done his job tonight by just wearing down that Canton front 7.
Line up 3 people in the backfield. Here's the give up the middle to Ari Mills, tackled for no gain. Second carry for Mills, only.
Yeah, I mean, Mills is not really known to be a running fullback, right? He's more utilized in the blocking game and in the passing game as a threat in the open space. But good to see him get some run there, as you have to give a break to O'Shaughnessy.
Now we're approaching under 3 minutes to go. Here's the good to O'Shaughnessy again. Tackled for a loss in the backfield, as he's now up over 90 yards. A Singletary, this time among the visitors to bring him down. Derek Gregg in the chat had an interesting point about IU when they had Michael Penix and, how good their offense was relative to the rest of the conference. But,
Yeah, Penix will always be known as that quarterback that was able to get that big run against Penn State right at the goal line to win that game. I believe that was in that same season we talked about with COVID as well.
As the pass out to O'Shaughnessy is unable to get farther than to the line of scrimmage, as we now approach the 2-minute warning.
This has just been a dominant performance by Denver tonight.
You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by ATM Music on YouTube.
Presentation of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
I'm Colin Northrup. Chad Rowland is with me. Our statisticians are Dale McClain and Benjamin Warner. Cameron Irvine, our executive producer. As Matty Vasquez kicks it away. The Florida Classics are down a couple of scores. They have only one timeout with 1:52 left. They need some sort of big play miracle here, Chad.
Yeah, they need to strike, and they need to strike fast, right? They need to be able to get down the field quickly. You have the targets to do it. You got Kendra Wells. You got Al Dillapre Sr. You got Mike Twinscrew, who's barely really been used tonight. You also, I guess, have Jack Wall. But I would think you want to stick to the wide receivers here.
Curtis deep. Catch is made. There's Twinscrew. He had that touchdown taken away from him earlier. And his drive starts off pretty good for Kent. Slant over the middle, intercepted. Stephon Forge He dropped the pick way early in this ball game, and the linebacker just sinking in his zone had the ball thrown directly to him.
Yeah, I mean, that was a perfect throw if you're throwing it right to Stephon Forge. But Mike Twinsker, I don't know if he just didn't get out of his route in time or just Cameron Curtis just made a terrible throw. I'm going to go with Curtis making the terrible throw on that. But that just seals the deal right there for the Denver Nightwings.
They'll go to an E one time. Canton can only stop the clock once. There it is. And just want to remind everyone, hey, don't leave the stream without joining our Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams and about the league created by the community. Participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, test your skills in the Survivor Pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon on the menu. The SFL 2000 strong. We'll see you there.
Yeah, if you're watching this stream right now and you're not in the server, what are you waiting on? Jump in there. It's a great community full of great people, and you could do a lot. Beat writing, stats, broadcasting like me and Colin are tonight, right? So a lot of different things to do. A lot of different things to do in this league.
Denver was 4.5-point underdogs to Canton coming in, and the over-under was 44.5. And Chad, it's safe to say I think the under won, but Denver being 4.5-point dogs at home is very unusual for this team.
Yeah, and that really just kind of tells you, right? I mean, obviously with the rookie quarterback, you know, Canton was able to play a good game this past week, right? But I got to tell you, I mean, Denver's defense just hit them right in the mouth. I mean, they just hit them hard, right? Canton has had no answer on the offensive side of the ball at all. And Twinscrew and the rest of that coaching staff is going to go back to the coach's room and figure out exactly what happened here and how they can fix it.
Addy Vasquez on for the punt. Turn up to the 24, 9 seconds left. For the Classics, they'll drop to 1-2. Whether they hold on to the lead in the topsy-turvy North Division remains to be seen. And for the Nightwings, they will move into the win column for the first time here in Season 20.
Yep, in that tough West Division, obviously with San Diego on the rise and Arizona still playing good, and Vegas, you know, that's not a team you can sleep on. That West Division is really strong.
Throw underneath. That's not going to do it. Pick up a 4. That's the game. The final score, Denver Nightwings 12, Canton Classics 3. Chad, what are your thoughts on this one? Certainly surprising in a number of ways.
Yeah, really surprising. I mean, you know, when you look at the time of possession, right? I mean, Denver, 32 minutes of possession compared to Canton only having 11. That just tells you that the running game for Denver was strong and the defense was lights out for Denver. On that other side, I mean, if there's any positives that you can find in Canton, it's really the fact that your red zone defense was phenomenal, right? They really held their own. They didn't give Denver any touchdowns at all. And, you know, that's a positive that you can look into going into the next week and further down the season.
That was the turning point right there. Ron Hoff with the interception.
Yeah, I really think a turning point too, Colin, was when that touchdown was overturned, right? I mean, that really just sucked the life out of Canton right there when that touchdown. Great challenge by Javier Vasquez, but I think that's really what did Canton in right there. I don't think they could recover after that.
The player of the game, Gene Struthers, 26-31, 270 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown, but only threw one interception. Quarterback rating of 89.5. For our statisticians, Dale McLean and Benjamin Warner. I'm Colin Northrop. Been with Chad Rowland. Thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening.